Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Yerbay Castle, and I was planning on launching a rather sneaky attack versus Sargoth to hopefully capture, or at least release, Frudak from their custody. Now, that is, of course, thanks to one of you in the comments for suggesting that particular action, but unfortunately, I was stopped before I was able to leave with a sufficient enough force, or at least in my opinion, a sufficient enough force to be able to make it there without being pursued by anyone. But, as you can see, we have been beset upon by King Ragnar's party, and he is attacking us at Yerbay Castle as I was rejuvenating my HP from having summoned some shadows. Now, the one other thing that I must mention is the fact that I'm not entirely sure when it happened, but it appears that the Dwarven faction in the game is at war with us, and I believe I missed that. For some reason, I had no idea that they actually declared war against us, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but they do have over 600 troops at Wurchegg, and they are attempting to take it as we speak. However, they have not begun the siege just yet. They have begun building their ladders and so forth, but because they are dwarves, I have a bad feeling that they have a huge amount of engineering skill anyway, so yes, they will probably be done any moment. But first, we will be defending from King Ragnar's attack. Now, he does have 252 units, and many of them are quite high level, so we are going to have a battle on our hands here. A rather tough one, I might add, I believe. However, we may be able to pull something out the bag because we have a huge amount of mages here, and I have brought my liches as well to deal a significant amount of damage to them. Now, hopefully Quiona will be able to use her throwing daggers to good effect here, because of course that is why I gave her a couple of ranged attacks, so that she's able to join in these particular skirmishes. Now, the one thing that I am really worried about are the dwarves. I am really only worried about those fellows because, as you know, they do have a serious amount of magic defense, and as you know, we don't do too well against those kinds of fellows, so hopefully we will be able to pull something out the bag when and if we are able to engage them. And really? Was that it? Did we just kill 200? Okay, well, yes, I will completely scratch that then, that we are going to have a battle on our hands here, but there we are, 35 morale and 2 renown. Well, they did have some mercenary mages, as you can see here. Look at that, they had 15 veterans and 8 lesser, 5 greater, and I am incredibly surprised because they also had a dark mage. But it appears that, oh, we lost one shadow wizard, but yes, that is absolutely nothing in comparison. And it appears that we are able to take King Ragnar prisoner, which we will be doing. Now, we are able to gain an expert hat, which is rather nice. Now, one of you stated that I should get a necromancer staff. Now, I did have this staff beforehand. I believe I only unequipped it in, was it episode 16, perhaps? I'm not entirely sure. But I can have equipment in the first, the third, and the fourth slots of my equipment here. So I will be doing that. I will be placing it here, and actually, let's place it there, and then I'll have the Vorpal sword over in the third slot so that we can start with the necromancer staff, because apparently that reduces the chance at which your shadows and your undead units turn against you. So that's wonderful, or at least I hope that is how I understood your comments, but yeah, we will soon see, won't we? So, yes, hopefully our bread supplies will be enough for our inevitable battle with the dwarves that is just coming up in a moment. Now, I am going to be leveling up a couple more of these armored shadows. I did take out some drow units because I think that they would make excellent mages to assist us. And we have, oh my, 7 master necromancers ready to level up. So we have 10 total now, and they are almost lesser liches. That is going to be wonderful to see, and we are now going to be heading to Wurchegg, and hopefully we are not going to be... oh, okay, phew. I thought that was actually someone we had to be wary of, but thankfully we have raised 84 skeletons from the remains of our enemies, so we should have a reasonable chance against the dwarves. But of course, if they have ladders and they are not actually building a siege tower, then Yes, we are probably going to be in a world of hurt. Whereas, of course, as you saw there, King Ragnar, he built a siege tower and paid the price dearly for it. So hopefully Wercheg, I believe, is actually a ladder town. So we are going to have quite a few issues in that regard. Now, I'm hoping that I can sneak by here. It appears I can. Wow, they were actually polite enough to allow me to head in there. That is very strange indeed. I really thought they were going to intercept us, because I did have a small stop-off at Wercheg, and I thought to myself, oh, there's a couple of dwarf vassals. And it turns out that they were actually at war with us, and for some reason they didn't engage me at that point either, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But maybe we'll take a look at the faction relations report in just a moment, and we will see what is going on with them. Now, I am going to hopefully buy some large varieties of food here to increase our morale. And what is that? Charm person, and that is it. Okay, we'll take some grapes as well, why not? And then we will head on. Now let's just take a look, see if there's any weapons here that have refreshed in their stores here. No, nothing of note. So, what I'm going to do first is just head into the tavern and hope that we can find an additional companion. Maybe not. No, it appears not. Okay, well, we have Ymira, Quiona, and Umi as bodyguards, which is rather nice. And it's a little bit strange that they're all females, isn't it? Okay, well, yes, I am missing Frudak rather considerably, so let us hopefully be able to get him back after we have thwarted the attack on our home territory here. Now, I will be placing these 84 skeletons in the garrison at Wercheg, and we will see what the dwarves decide to do. I'm pretty sure they're just going to head in, because, dwarves are fearless creatures, especially when they have magic defense, and oh my. Oh! It appears that we have 456. What happened with that? Oh my goodness, look at that! It appears that we have a lord that has defected to our faction, which is very early on indeed. I'm not entirely sure why he did that, but it appears that he was part of the Kurgit Khanate, so maybe they are about to get taken out, and he sees defection as a way to save himself, which is probably right. So I will welcome him, and hopefully he will do a good job for us. So, we have 456, as I said, and we have 661 enemies, but as you saw before when we were engaged with King Ragnar, that can change very quickly. So let us see what kind of situation we are going to have here. Yes, I remember this. Wercheg has one single ladder, and I'm hoping that we will not have too many issues in terms of taking them down with our fireballs. Let's do it. They have a lot of magic defense, as you can see here. They are running through our magic attacks right there, and that is not boding well for us at all. So Charm Person is my... oh no. Only hope, I was going to say, but it appears that maybe not. Oh, yes, I appeared to... oh, yes, I did charm someone, but it didn't really make too much difference. And, oh, I might be charming a couple of people, but it appears that maybe it is not going to work out too well. I don't have too much mana for anything else, so I am basically... oh, I actually thought I died there, but thankfully enough I have 5% HP. I guess leveling up Iron Flesh all those times was a good enough idea. But yes, I am hopefully going to be able to charm some of these two-handed units. Yes, there we are. It's working rather nicely indeed. Oh my. Okay, we really need our infantry to charge them right away. And can I do that? Yes, thank you very much. Infantry, charge them. We don't have too many of them, though. So we are just going to have to deal with the huge amount of casualties that we're actually suffering at the moment at the hands of the Dwarven Paragons. Oh my goodness, do you see this fellow right here? He is absolutely destroying our lines. Thankfully, I was able to charm him, and now I'll be able to charm quite a few of the rest of their units, hopefully. And I do have a bit of mana that has regenerated, so let's use some lightning bolt attacks against them. And that appears to not do too much, and wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I was not expecting them to be so powerful versus our fireballs, but of course I really should have, considering they do have a huge amount of magic defense. But thankfully they are... oh, I was going to say thankfully they are leaving most of our mages alone over here, but it appears that they are definitely attempting to take them out now. Oh my goodness. Well, we do have some silver golems and a stone golem remaining, and we have a huge amount of skeletons, which is probably not going to help us out too much. Oh my. So, as you can see, we have a bad situation here. I am going to be retreating. We gained 33 morale, which is rather nice. And we took out 252 of them. Oh, actually, that is a bit of a bug, I think, because as you can see here, King Ragnar was taken out again. Yes, that is a little bug, but it appears that we may be able to leave. I will not want to leave, but I just want to see if I can level up a couple of our units here. Oh my goodness. This is not going well. How many have we taken out so far? 140 there, 127 actually, and what about here? 163? Ouch. Oh my goodness. I really needed to see the casualty report, the accurate one, and 156. I think that we are going to be failing here. I just have to check 1 second and take a look at the dwarf paragons. And let us see how much magic oh my. Okay, so they have 7 in magic defense. That is primarily the reason why they were able to just run through our flames. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are going to be in a world of hurt right here. This is not good whatsoever. Dwarf champions, how much do they have? They have 5. So that must mean that they have a huge amount of paragons if they were all able to just walk through us. Okay, let's take a look. Oh my goodness. This fellow here has 57 dwarven paragons. Okay, we are in trouble. We are seriously in trouble. 42 on that fellow's army, and 49 in that. Oh, this is not good. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I can do. I am not entirely sure. There is nothing I can do, really, because, as you know, I do have a serious fascination with recruiting a lot of mages for some reason. I really should not have done that. I should have recruited a huge amount more of perhaps Shadow Knights or something similar to that effect. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are going to be heading to Albert Castle. Hopefully. Yes. Okay, they are going to be building another set of ladders, but I'm hopefully going to be able to get into Albert Castle before they enter and successfully be able to siege it, I hope. So let us head over to Albert as quickly as we can. There we are. And now let us take out what? What is going to save us from this situation? Oh my, something tells me I maybe should have recruited quite a few Blazing Hand, even though they do use magic again. And magic defense is completely stopping all of our attacks against them. So, yeah. We are in trouble. We are seriously in trouble. I have no idea what to do. Wow. Okay, well, at least the Delthasum Empire is having issues as well, so that we're not alone in that fact. And yes, as you can see, we only have recruits, and a couple of veterans, and basically just shadows. So I will be taking some more shadows because they are melee, and I suppose that would help us out a little bit more. But generally, we are in a very bad spot here. I will be taking some of these veterans, even though they're probably not going to do much. Oh no. Well, maybe once the large patch that I've been told about with Phantasy Calradia, maybe that will balance some of the units, because even though most of you a while back, maybe around episode 8 or something, were telling me that the mages in particular are incredibly overpowered, and I did agree with you at that point, but at this point I am completely disagreeing, because they are so useless against these dwarven units, and the huge amount of units that they have as well completely destroys us. So let's try to take some clerics from our forces here, and maybe that will help us out to hopefully heal many of our units perhaps, and we'll see what else we can do here. I really don't want to take zombies or skeletons. I don't think that is going to make too much of a difference, is it? Well, oh, this is bad. Okay, what about that guy as well? We'll take a man-at-arms, we'll take a dwarven skirmisher. A lot of good that will do us, but yeah, that will be it. Now let us take a look at the faction relations. Really? We only have -2 with these fellows? And that is what is causing them to attack us? Oh wow, okay. I really didn't know how we were even able to attain -2, but it appears that we were unlucky enough to offend them. So, yes, we are having to battle on 2 fronts. If I hadn't had a -2 relation with the dwarves, then we would have a very easy time of it indeed, trying to get Frudak back, or at least I hoped it would be an easy time, considering we are against Nords, and they do not have a huge amount. Oh, now they're sieging Yerbay Castle. Have they split up? Have they left Wurchek? No, it appears that there is still an army of enemies near here, so maybe they've split up into 2 groups. Maybe I can leave Yerbay Castle and hopefully be able to defend against 2... Oh, there's actually 3 vassals here still. Yeah. Well, we may indeed be forced into exile. That would be rather interesting. We have not done that before, I don't believe, so oh my. We are just going to be waiting here, I suppose. Oh, wait! What I want to do, I want to head into our castle and accept the allegiance of these 2 vassals, and hopefully they will help us to defend against these fellows. So let us take this particular guy here. He was a vassal of the Khergit Khanate. And as you saw there, we received a Nord vassal, which is rather interesting. So I will be honored to accept his pledge. And now, Artimena, I'm not entirely sure what we can do with you. I'm hoping that I might be able to do something. But what? I wish you to rejoin my party. That wouldn't really do much. No, I am probably done for here. I am sorry to say, but I will keep a positive outlook by saying that we may indeed have a chance. Yes, a very small chance indeed, and wow, 2 of my vassals fighting a couple of people right there. Oh my goodness, look at that. Lord Gunda has been taken prisoner by the Kingdom of the Nords. Really? Wow. Okay, well, I knew we would lose that, but I really did not assume that we were going to have issues with the dwarves anytime soon. I was hoping that we'd be able to build up our armies before we were beset upon by them, and oh, it appears that we may indeed have a better chance this time around. They do only have 473 this time instead of 600, so maybe we will be able to do something. So let us join the battle with 402 of our units and attempt to break their siege against us. So I will be using what? I don't know what I'm going to be using. Lightning bolt? Let's use the lightning bolt. Okay, as you see there, my damage is absolutely pitiful against these fellows, and fireball is even worse because it uses too much mana, in my opinion, for such a short burst of damage. We need to be able to do constant damage to these fellows right here, and unfortunately many of our silver golems, I believe, are probably going to have issues, and I don't even know whether I'm doing damage. I think I am doing damage, but not much. And I suppose what I could potentially do... Oh, it appears I have leveled up, so that is rather nice. But that is not going to save us. No, Ymira! She just fell right beside us right there. No. Okay, well, what I'm going to be doing is attempting to get all the way over here. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. That guy died, and I'm just going to be bombarding the enemy units consistently all the time I can. And eventually we will be able to wear down their HP, I hope. Now, I cannot imagine what it would be like if I ran out of mana at this point. Like I did previously, I would have to use my charm person and... oh my. Come on, help me, mages! Alethera, help me! Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, he's fallen off. Okay, well, that is good for us. Maybe I can charm him. That would be wonderful. Come on, no, he blocked the spell. Come on. He has magic defense, so he's gonna be incredibly difficult to kill and to charm. Oh, no. Come on. Yes, there we are. We got him. He's a dwarf champion. That is wonderful. Maybe I can charm a couple of other units right there. Yes, there we are. Another one. Okay, come on. Let's do as many as we can. Oh, yes, there's another one. Okay, we might be able to sway the battle in our favor by charming a huge amount of their units, which is probably not going to happen, but you never know. We might be lucky. Or I might get taken out by this fellow. Oh, no. Don't swing to me. Yes, there we are. Swing to your enemies, or should we say your previous allies. Oh, no. Okay, come on. Yes, continue to swing at me while I... oh. Yeah, he blocked the attack. He blocked the charm, and he was able to take us out once again. Oh, okay, well, how many have we taken out? Whoa, we have lost a huge amount of units right there. Okay, we are going to be retreating once again, I am sorry to say, but unfortunately, again, the stats are bugged, so I'm not able to accurately assess how we are doing, but as you can see by the statistics before we exited, we are having a terrible time of it right here, so, I really did not expect this to happen, wow. Well, how many? Oh my, they still have a huge amount of paragons. 191 still here, but most of those are skeletons, as you can see. We have 129 skeletons. Oh no, I have a feeling that I'm pretty much just going to be losing Wurchegg, and maybe even having to run away very far indeed, and I have no idea. Who is the leader of the dwarves? Because I would like to make peace with them, if possible. Okay, I'll tell you what, we are going to head into the castle and try something unorthodox. I know usually I am one to be warring around the place and eventually, I suppose, destroying an entire faction, but this time around I am going to hopefully be able to send an emissary to King Loke of the Norkrak realm, and we should enter into a truce, please. Okay, we will attempt to send... Who has the most persuasion? Oh no, I don't know who has the most persuasion. Maybe we should send a dwarf to do a dwarf's negotiation, perhaps. So we'll send Moraga. Oh no. Oh my, okay. Well, that is all we can do, and I'm pretty sure it's going to take too long for her to get back before we have either lost this or... Yes, we're probably going to be losing this. Well, let us prevent them from, I suppose, sieging this for as long as we can, and I will attempt to rejuvenate our HP as best as possible as well. And, of course, Wurchegg has now changed its prosperity from average to poor, as I've just seen a couple of dwarven vassals are running away. Okay. Maybe Moraga has entered into negotiations with King Loke. That would be wonderful. And there is another one of our vassals finally able to enter Wurchegg. And another one coming over here, hopefully to help us out. And... oh no! Look at this! Well, sir, at last I've found you. I've returned from my mission to the Norkrak realm. In general, I would say King Loke feels that he must pursue the war against Arkane Deathbloom for a little while longer, for the sake of honor. Oh, I am sorely disappointed by that fact. But maybe we will be able to do it in a few more days. So, we have retrieved Moraga. Now, it would be better if we could send someone with persuasion, so what I will be doing is ending this episode off here, and I will analyze which one of our companions has a good amount of persuasion, and then we will be sending them, and hopefully by the time I start the next episode, we will have some sort of resolution to this very minor, very minor misunderstanding. And now... we just want to make sure that we pick something that is going to help us out in general warfare right here. So, does anyone else have tactics? Yes, Moraga has tactics, so we do not need to spec into that. However, I will be specking into agility, as I do want to get that riding skill done. Now, I will go for Power Strike. I think it would probably help us out fighting these dwarves, because, as you know, we are having huge difficulty with taking them out with magic, so... it should be logical to assume that using our Vorpal Blade is probably going to be the better idea. So, as a result, I am going to be ending this episode off here. Very mixed bag of an episode, I believe. I was really expecting that we would be able to rescue Frudak from the likes of the Nords, but it appears that I was thwarted in my plans. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.